Welcome to Designfusion YouTube video channel. My name is Sanket Patel and I am an application specialist at Designfusion. In this video, we are going to see how you can create a bolt-preload definition in Simcenter 3D. So we know that bolt-preload is very important for the structural integrity. And here you can see that I have considered only one joint of the structure where different channel is connected together using bolt, and bolt preload is depend on the type of joint you have. In this case we have one shear joint where our cross support and a connector tab are connected together using the bolt, and to eliminate slip or shearing of the bolt, certain amount of bolt preload is important. So for analysis purpose, I have already created one FAM file where I have considered three main components: 6 bolts, connector tab, and a cross support. And I have meshed all the components using the hex mesh. For sake of simplicity, I have defeatured the head of the bolt and nut of the bolt and consider it as a round, and I have already applied a material to all these my component. So using manage material, you can review it. So whatever I am selecting, it is highlighting on the window, and steel material is applied and my FEM model is ready. So I can right away move to the simulation environment where I have already created a constraint where I have fixed that connector tab and also fix the cross support at that face. All the components are in contact together. So I have applied the surface to surface contact. You can right away change rendering style and review surface to surface contact. Here you can see that the ball sunk and holes are in contact. So I have defined a contact there. We know that our nut and this bottom surface of this plate are also in contact, so define a contact there, and our bolt head are also in contact with the top face of connector tab. So I have defined a contact definition there and apply a friction coefficient about 0.8. So my simulation object is done and I have applied the basic load, and which is a gravity. Now in Simcenter 3D, we are going to create a bolt preload. You can create a bolt preload for 1D, 3D and 2D element. It is very easy and simple to create a bolt preload in Simcenter 3D. I set it my filter to node, so because I only want to select the nodes, and for better visualization I change my rendering style and will hide all the unwanted components, and I will window select the node lying on that middle plane, so it will select that, and here you have the real-time preview of that. My bolt axis would be global x-axis, and I'm going to apply 10 kilonewton of distributed load on the bolts. So I have defined my bolt definition or bolt preload definition, and I have already solved my simulation. So let's review the result. So here you can see that I have my displacement result. So now the scale is exaggerated, so I have set it to absolute, and we can review it. You can also animate the deformation. Before that, we are going to adjust the legend for the better visualization. So here you can see that our maximum displacement is 0.0071, and animation is showing and how this joint are going to deflect or deform. For better understanding, you can also adjust the percentage of displacement, so you can right away scale it and review the behavior. So how bolt preload is happening and deflecting your joint. So we can also review the what are happening with the bolt. So you can also check the stresses on that. Here you can see that this is the stress profile on our bolts, and you can also annotate it with maximum and minimum value. Once we apply the bolt preload on our 3D element, now we are going to see how we can create a bolt preload definition on our 1D element. So in this case, we are not going to consider our explicitly designed bolt. We will define the bolt using 1D connection. So I have the FEM file where I have just considered two components, this connector tab and our cross support. Now in Simcenter 3D, it is very easy to create a bolt connection using a universal connection command, where you just have to select the target faces, such as I have selected this target where my bolt and nut is sitting, and also define a bolt chunk using the axis. So I have used the start point and end point for my all 6 bolts. I have defined a sunk diameter value, head diameter value, and nut diameter value. And here my bolt connection definition can be seen. And you can select the bolt connection as per your requirement. I have selected beam element and RB2 type of element. So in the center, it is creating a beam element for the sunk, and for the bolt and nut, it is creating RBE2 type of rigid element. So once my 1D definition is created, I can right away move to the simulation environment, where I have applied same constraint as for our last model. So I have fixed that connector tab and also fixed this cross member. And here we just have two components, so we only have one surface to surface contact definition. So I have defined it and also created that gravity load. Now we will see that how you can create a bolt preload on 1D element. So you just have to launch the same bolt preload command and just select the beam element and apply the value on that. So I have created 10 kilonewton of distributed force, and here you can see that my bolt preload definition is defined to my beam element of the bolt. So I have already solved the simulation, so I have the result. So let's review it. You can right away adjust the deformation scale of the model and visualize it. You can also animate same what we did in the last exercise. So I will adjust my legend first, and maximum deformation is about 0.025 because this RB2 element is making this joint rigid. So you can also use RBE3 type of element instead of that. So here we have the animation of our deformation result, and you can also check the stress profile, like what is happening to your joint due to the bolt preload definition. You can check the stress profile on the plates. If you are interested to check the stresses on that beam element, you just have to hide the meshes of other component and review it. You can also annotate where is my maximum and minimum stress as we seen in the last exercise. So this way in Simcenter 3D, it is very easy and simple to define the bolt preload definition. And for more video, please like and subscribe our YouTube video channel. Thank you.